Hey everyone, I'm Brian.
And I'm Nikki.
And we are Cooking with Dakotas. I'm a finance guy with no cooking experience.
And I'm a registered dietitian with professional culinary training.
And together, we're going to teach me and you how to cook in the kitchen. Today, we have a great recipe for you, pad thai. One of my favorite dishes whenever we go out somewhere, and I've had it a lot of different ways in a lot of different places. One of my favorite ways is chicken and tofu pad thai, and we're going to show you that today. You can easily swap the chicken for beef or shrimp or even add extra meat to it, but I'm personally a fan of the chicken and tofu and all the flavoring that this dish has to offer. With that, let's get started.
So we have all of our mise en place in front of us. They somehow appeared.
Science.
So we have our sliced chicken, and over here we also have our tofu. Those are going to be our main protein sources for this meal. We have just a smorgasbord of ingredients on this cutting board. Basically, we have our sauce ingredients. We have some fish sauce. We have rice wine vinegar, some ancho chili powder, brown sugar, and natural peanut butter.
Needless to say, if you have a peanut allergy, you can also definitely try it without having the peanuts as garnish. You can also try it without having the peanuts as garnish, and without having the peanut butter in it, it will change up the flavor profile. But again, if it's something that you can eat, you can definitely try that as well.
We have shredded carrots. We wanted to take the easy route out today. Bean sprouts are in this dish as well. They're very low in calories and they just bring in an extra different texture to this dish that I personally really like.
Crunchy, yet satisfying.
We have some garlic for flavoring. We have shallots. Shallots are similar to onions, but they have a much more subtle onion flavor. It's kind of a little bit more delicate, if you'll say. We also have eggs, and we have our peanuts that are going to be our garnish on top. So last but not least, we have our rice noodles. To get started with these, we put the package of noodles in hot water, and we're letting them just soak in the hot water for about 20-25 minutes. After about 15 minutes, we did have to replace the hot water again because we wanted to make sure that they were cooking well enough. They feel pretty good now, and once we do add them to all the other ingredients and mix it all together, they will still heat up again, so that will help them soften more. You can follow the directions on the package that say to boil the noodles for like 2 to 3 minutes, but that's a little slippery slope because sometimes they cook too quickly and then they start turning mushy. So we wanted to prevent that and just soak them instead. So with the shallots, it's going to be very similar to chopping an onion. So you could chop the top off of each one. All right, and you're going to slice through the root. So we have our tofu in front of us. With this tofu, we chose an extra firm tofu, so there's a little less water content in this. But what we also did prior to this video is we pressed this. So we put this on a plate with a paper towel under it, a paper towel over it, and then another plate on top of it so that it pressed some extra liquid out. And that really helped get a lot of that moisture out so that when we are cooking this, it doesn't turn into mush.
Woo! We're popping, we're ready to cook. This is looking good. So we're gonna go ahead and add our tofu to this as well. We're gonna add a little oil to this as well. And we are going to put in our shallots that we did. Minced garlic, half of a teaspoon is a clove of garlic. So we're gonna add that in. Might be playing bumper cars with your tofu and chicken in here, but you want to just get those eggs good to go. Now we are at a point where we are ready to combine everything. So we're going to bring over our noodles, which we have drained as well from the hot water, so they are drained and we're ready to add them. We're going to add most of them for right now, but we'll have some extra noodles in case we want to add more after this. So we're going to start to mix everything together. We want to turn the heat down a little bit too. With that, we are going to mix in everything. We want the sauce to really mix in with the noodles and the chicken. All right, so we're ready to plate it, which is my favorite thing to do with pad thai.
I'm not doing it like that.
Hot Mess Express is going to go ahead and restart, so we're going to restart this. All right, so we are ready to plate our pad thai, which is my favorite part. Garnish with a piece or two of, what is this?
Cilantro.
Cilantro, not, what else did I think this was?
Parsley.
This is cilantro, not parsley. Again, easily confused for some people. And then a little bit of sprinkle of peanuts on top, or you can do it like your favorite Thai place, sprinkle some peanuts on the side, and then ultimately just dump more peanuts on because there's never enough peanuts on there.
And he's also going to put green onions.
I'm also going to put a little sprinkle of some green onions on here because my wife said so.
Beautiful. All right, so a way that I like to plate pasta, it makes it nice and fancy. When you're putting it on the plate, you kind of twist it so that it stays a little bit taller. So if you want to impress some guests in your future, so you have it here and you just kind of twist it up. That helps it stay in place.
But don't forget to be generous to your guests as well, because that's what impresses them the most.
Continue with your job.
And again, we're going to add a healthy amount of chopped peanuts, some parsley, and cut green onions as well. And with that, we are ready to eat, and I can't wait.
So before we start eating, I just want to point out that with this dish, you can always veggies on the side, that would be great. But in a traditional Thai restaurant, you typically just get this dish.
We would love to hear what you want to see us make and what you love, and we can show you how to make it and even try it ourselves if we've never tried it.
Yeah, so put whatever recipes or whatever ideas that you want us to make in the comments below. We'd be happy to take a look.
Thanks again for watching Cooking with Dakotas. Have a great rest of your week and tune in next time.
Also, make sure that you like and subscribe below.